Chinese loans rises by $330 million in 1 year, hit $3.59 billion on 15 projects. Welcome to the news, and thank you for tuning in to listen. Nigeria's debt to China increased from 3.26 billion naira as of September 30, 2020 to 3.59 billion as of September 30, 2021, showing an increase of $330 million in 1 year. This is according to an analysis of the external debt stock data from the Debt Management Office, DMO. Okay, let me do this. Let me say this now. It is even scary because they claim to be doing real. And I think information getting to us about 24 to 48 hours ago was that Rotimi Amechi, who is the minister of, this real now, who is in charge, he actually came out to say that, he tell us, say, make we no fear, make I change them, say, make our mind, they settle. Say only from the train where they come from Abuja to Kaduna. Abi, you get one railway mention. Say that they make 300 billion naira per month. I say, Then say, from there, then they use the other rail. They are using it to, pump it, make it work. Then at the end of the month, last, if federal government go get at least 100 million. I say, if not like that too, now you talk so. I am saying all this is so you understand. That is what he said. All this while I've been saying, how does the government borrow so much for projects that are not going to yield revenue? That is my own. How did they intend to pay my boss? Since the minister of this, that's in charge of this rail and travel and this thing now, roads, no problem. He came out and said, they won't know that they borrowed to pump into that place, that he is certain they will pay. My own is what of other sectors that they don't have any plan at all for. They don't have plan for. Like for instance, now you come and you say you are building, you say you are building still a railway, but it's not for Nigeria. How do you get the funds back? Or you said, you're pumping money into the educational system. And you're pumping money into the educational system is not bringing revenue. That's how I'm going to break it down. They said they were going to make sure for the Fulani. They lined down so many things, which means this money, it is just like Sarah money. When you are supposed to be using Nigerians' money to do that, if you want to do such projects, you don't borrow. You make sure you are taking from your purse. Because so that if anything happens. My own is, how do the people who call themselves the legislative arm of government, sit down and all they do is sit down, they look. These people will come, they'll bring bill, they'll bring any loan that they want to collect. They'll just like that. They'll just approve it. They will approve it. But when it comes to do something for Nigeria, these people will hang. You will see that electric has shocked them for years. They have not moved. Anyway, they are doing this in such a way, with the way this loan thing is going. You see generations unborn, 2 generations from now, 3 generations from now. This one no because our children, they will be owing money to China. Except something happen, something miraculous happen, and they start paying back, creating plan. The ones they paid for, they have looted, they return it back and they use the money to do the needful. That is the only way that we are going to say, okay, we're not going to bring in our children's children. But the children, they will pay. Let's listen to the news in detail. Although the federal government has been mostly secretive about the terms of the agreement of its China loans, the Debt Management Office, DMO, has made some statements on them in recent times. In a statement in June 2020, the DMO said the total borrowings from China of $3.121 billion as of March 31st, 2020 are concessional loans with interest rates of 2.5% per annum, tenure of 20 years, and grace period, moratorium of 7 years. According to the Debt Management Office (DMO), the terms are compliant with the provisions of Section 41(1)(a) of the Fiscal Responsibility Act of 2007. In addition, the low interest rate reduces the interest cost to the government, while the long tenure enables the repayment of the principal sum of the loans over many years. In a new document titled Status of Chinese Loans as at September 30, 2021, the Debt Management Office (DMO) disclosed that 15 projects were funded by the loans acquired from China. These projects range from the water supply, power generations, railways, airport terminals, communication, to agricultural processing. The first loan project was for the Nigerian Communications Satellite Project, with $200 million agreed on January 12, 2006. This was a 5-year loan that matured on June 29, 2018. Nigeria successfully paid off the loan, which had an interest rate of 3% per annum, leading to the payment of $40.2 million as the interest rate. The second loan was for the Nigerian National Public Security Communication System Project, with $399.50 million agreed on December 20, 2010 and disbursed. The third loan was not for the Nigerian Railway Modernization Project, Wu-Kaduna section, with $500 million agreed on December 20, 2010 and disbursed. While the fourth loan was for the Abuja Light Rail Project, with $500 million agreed on November 7, 2012 and disbursed. The fifth loan was targeted at the Nigerian ICT Infrastructure Backbone Project, with $100 million agreed on January 5, 2013 and disbursed. The sixth loan was meant for 4 airport terminals expansion project, Abuja, Kano, Lagos and Port Harcourt, with $500 million agreed on July 10, 2013, but $455.28 million was disbursed, which is 91.06% of the agreed amount. The seventh loan was for the Nigerian Zangaru Hydroelectric Power Project, with $984.32 million agreed on September 28, 2013, but only $518.24 million was disbursed, which is 52.65% of the agreed amount. On those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.